Good morning, dear children. As I have told you long back, 2-3 days back, that Perseus and the Gorgons half story I have already set you in the video. Today, the second part of it. Second part of is Perseus and the Gorgon. Now, first part, you know that, just I am revising you, that you saw how Polydectes challenged the king Perseus. He wanted the his mother to get married, which was not possible. So he made a plan and he called a party in order to challenge Perseus. Now, here comes. You know that already we have seen. Now, let us go further. Perseus and Gorgon. Polydect asked Perseus, bring the head of Medusa. It was not possible, but still is challenging Perseus, the king Polydectes. Perseus confidently answered him, I will do it. It will be done. So confidently says, you know that this is a risky job. Everyone was just gasped. Gasped means not becoming unconscious, becoming silent and looking at each other. What is this? Is it possible this fellow is answering that you would bring Medusa set? Still Perseus nodded his head and agreed to the Polydectes king's command. He was so much worried, looking worried. What shall I do? How shall I bring? It is very difficult task. The whole kingdom looked in panic because Medusa and sisters, they were gorgons and monstrous terrifying creatures who lived in a cave. Whoever comes near to them, rather they used to turn to stone, because they used to look one side, they were in fear. It is not possible. Now, instead of growing hair on their head, the snakes they have grown. The snakes were growing on their head. So we will go close to them. Medusa was so dangerous. No one would dare to come close to her and defeat her. How would this young man can do it? It was a surprise for all of them. Perseus, now here he goes to ask mother's permission. The mother says, I beg you, you don't go. Perseus was so determined, I must go, he tells his mother. He was very determined, means very stubborn, rather to take a risk. This is the way only I can get rid of King Polydectes, which is keep on troubling me. Okay, his mother wished good luck and sent him and also prayed to the gods. First, you know how god Zeus helped Dana. The gods were watching Perseus and they wanted to help him and appear front of Perseus. Zeus the god gave him a special sword and helmet that would make him invisible. Hermes lent him a winged pair of sandals, so that he could fly, and Athena gave him polished shield. In olden days, you know, there is a shield, you have one hand they will catch the shield, one hand they will keep the sword, so that they cannot get hurt, somebody attacks, that shield they would help them, it would protect. So that way, Perseus said, I am grateful to all you helped me, and now I am going to step into a very difficult task. Then he went to northern shore, and he need a bag to put Medusa's weight. So he goes to the Nippas, who looked after the garden of the goddesses Hera. B. They were always cunning as well as brave. So he goes. So what he does, he sees a big rock as he reached there, a very crouched rock behind some large rocks he has seen. Never he had seen such a big sight of rocks. The witches were found there. They were very filthy. They were looking very dirty. They were toned clothes and some brown grey robes. They looked so much like their faces are wrinkled, and they were looking grey, skin that was worn out, and the very dirty features, he says. Now, when he goes there, they had only one eyeball. Only one eyeball. They used to share whenever they want each other that eyeball. So as Perseus was creeping close to them, so they heard some steps. So they wanted to use that eyeball and wanted to see who is this person. Then Perseus arrives there, and they were confused. What can you see? They were asking. So another one was, I cannot see anything because they will have only eyeball, one eyeball. How can they share it to each other? Then there Perseus comes, and when they were giving to another person, another witch comes, and he grabs that eyeball, Perseus. Then they don't know, they were confused. They thought one is having, another one is taking, this one is having, this one is taking, so they don't have anything with them. The eyeball is snatched by Perseus. Now Perseus says to them, now I need a favor from you people, so if you do this favor, only I will give you this eyeball, otherwise I will not give you. Now tell me what you want, witches say. Then take me to the Nippas of Hera. So the Perseus demand. So what they did, now this witches have no other choice. What they did, they told him, come, we will show you, and they took him to that Hera's garden. Now Perseus got the way, so he gave their eyeball back. The Nippas were very happy to help Perseus. They gave him one silver bag to safely to keep the head of Medusa. Now Perseus set off again, ready to tackle the Gorgons. Now what happens here? He comes to the cave. Finally, he comes to that right place where no creatures came near the place, though there was no noise except the sound of his footsteps. In the creeping silence, there was a great silence. In the creeping silence, only his footsteps were heard. No other things be heard. And now, Perseus crept as quietly as possible through the forest of the what is that called, to catch this Medusa. And now he made his way to enter into the cave. Now slowly he put his helmet and walked in, using his polished shield as mirror to find his way to the cave. Then when he saw these Gorgons were all sleeping, he found that they were all sleeping. Slowly, without noise, he chopped the head of Medusa. Quickly, without any noise, slowly, and without any noise, slowly chopped the head of Medusa. Then from there, he was slowly, it way to back, he was coming. By the time Medusa's sisters, all these monsters, Gorgons, they heard some sound just behind Perseus. They came out, ran out of back of Perseus. They they could not see him, but they could follow some smell of the person. Still they could not, some blood and everything they have seen, but they could not see Perseus. And from there winged sandals, Perseus, he had a winged sandals, Perseus escapes. This was the end of adventure of Perseus here. Now still it is not stopping, still it is there. On the home back, he flew along the coast, means on the sea coast. He saw one young woman tied to a rock in the sea. She was tied in the rock in the sea. He flew down to free her. She removed her from that rope. So no, you must leave me, she said. That woman said, but I am Andromeda and I must be sacrificed to the sea serpent in order to stop him from attacking our people. So she was tied there in order to attacking other people. But Perseus was admiring her bravery, but he did not want to, she should be killed there. Now he is going to fight with another monster and save her. And he promises her, I will save you and I kill the sea serpent. Be careful, brave one, said Andromeda. Then what happened? Then he fought with the sea serpent and he tried to fight and fight and fight, and finally he gets success in that. But the whole sea becomes a bloody. Full sea was spread the blood, only blood you can see because of the death of the sea serpent. Now what happens here? Perseus takes Andromeda and they go each other. I mean, they go by themselves to where they have to go. Now, suppose Perseus has to go and meet the king Polydectes, and what he has promised. He told that he would bring the head of Medusa. So he has to take that head of Medusa to the Polydectes. So now here Polydectes arranging another party in the way back, waiting to the king Perseus. Now what happened? He arranged the party and he announces that he would bring the gift. But when Perseus enters, he doesn't believe that, he is disbelieving. He is not believing that he must have brought the Medusa's head. But he tightly pulled his bag and opened the head of Medusa, and he gives the head of Medusa to the king Polydectes. Now all they were turned into a stone by seeing. They never thought that Perseus will do such a what he commanded, that work. It is not possible for him to do. Now from here what happened? From that onwards, the Seripos was ruled by the Dictys. Dana was happy to see Perseus home safely and celebrated when Perseus and Andromeda were married. They got married, and that was the celebration. That was the end of this story. The art part of the story I have already explained to you, and this is the second part of the story. Nicely once more you put on your video and hear, then only you can. This is a very tough lesson even I find to explain to you, because according to your growing knowledge, you have a very small brain, because you are in class 5 only, yet your brain has to grow in wisdom and knowledge. So I also find difficult to put this story in your head. Okay, however, maybe I found some easy method for you. Other day I sent you a story of this full lesson. Now the second time telling, and I explain in the online class also. I think now you understood better. This is the third time I am telling you. So I am making you my effort so that you may understand. Okay, children, now go through this video and don't think, this is one maybe speech. No, but you have to understand this lesson. Now, both the stories you heard, that part of it, this part of it. Okay, that part of is of holiday days. Now, this part of all the Perseus to go adventure and risk. Now, we also in our life many times we have to take risk, take risk. Many times I also take risk thinking, okay, it may be okay, it is not okay, so I will take a risk. Okay, so that way, this is what we have learned in this lesson, that we should be ready to take risk and face the difficulties in our life. Have a nice day. God bless you and keep yourself safe. This is my prayer for you and for your family in this corona period. Thank you and God bless you.